Welcome to another edition of Golden Eagle Sports with your host Brian Mellon. I'm going to start off with a Boston Red Sox. This is episode 80s, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm so proud to be the Golden Eagle. I'm going to start off with Boston Red Sox. The Boston Red Sox won their last game 17-4, and they don't play again till Tuesday, September 13th at 7:10 p.m. against the New York Yankees. Looking for a Red Sox W against the Yankees at 7:10 p.m. on September 13th. Drop your final score prediction in the comments below, and let's see how close we get to the final score prediction for the Boston Red Sox game. My final score prediction is 11-5 in the favor of the Boston Red Sox. Drop your final score predictions in the comments below, and let's see how close we get to the final score prediction for the Boston Red Sox game. And let's see if we can start a series off of a W. I still have a lot of hope and a lot of faith for the Boston Red Sox. I'm looking for a Red Sox W on Tuesday against the Yankees to start the series. And I can't wait to finally start that series off of a W. Anyway, I'm going to go straight from the diamond to the New England Patriots in the football field. Unfortunately, the New England Patriots did not play as well as I thought they would in Week 1. They lost. The final score was 20-7. They lost 20-7 at Hard Rock Stadium. So unfortunately, Mac Jones didn't play as well as I thought he would. But also, the offensive line has a lot to is to blame a lot of the time. Actually, the offensive line is a key component of keeping Matt Jones off the ground. I saw that strip sack earlier today, and I didn't appreciate it. I didn't like it at all. Honestly, I feel like the offensive line needs better work, and needs a better way to be. The offensive line is the reason why Matt Jones wasn't as protected as he should have been. I don't blame Matt Jones for the for any of the points for any of the problems that we had tonight. I blame the offensive line and that receiver and the receiving core, because honestly, and the penalties as well. I honestly think that Matt Jones would have had a great opportunity to win tonight against the Miami Dolphins if he had that pass interference penalty like he should have been or should have had. I don't understand why the officials didn't call it, but hey, I'm not an NFL official. I'm just the Golden Eagle reporting on the games that I love to watch and love to see every day. It would be great. Anyway, I honestly think that the New England Patriots have what it takes to be a Super Bowl contending team. It's only one game. I understand losses do pile up, and especially if you get them in the beginning of a season. But this is only Week 1. We have a long season ahead of us, and I'm very proud and I'm very proud of what the offense can handle and what the defense can do. The defense did a great job of pressuring a quarterback. I understand that we should have had a lot more sacks or a lot more takeaways, because Tua Tagovailoa really just threw some balls up there and just threw them into no man's land. I honestly thought like Judon or any of the defensive backs could have gotten to the ball, but I think we had a very good pass rush. I wish we had that 2-minute offense or that minute offense at the beginning of the game. I know we had a great running attack in the beginning of the game, but any team doesn't have a good. I understand that it's a good running attack, but any team that doesn't have a passing attack and just relies on a running game, we need both to be successful. And honestly, I think that the New England Patriots could easily be more more efficient with a passing game and a running game. I know we have a great in the tight end category. I know we have two good deep threat tight ends, or not deep threat tight ends, or red zone threat tight ends, but we have great yards after the catch tight ends. And I know Jacoby Myers had a great catch in the game in the game today for many yards. But honestly, if we got that flag in the beginning of the game called against Miami, we would have been in business. We would have been in the driver's seat. I did like the fact that Montgomery actually rolled to the end zone and got our only points of the ball game. And so at least we didn't get shut out, gentlemen. And anyway, I don't think of this loss as too bad, because I honestly think that every loss is a turning point, and every loss is a learning experience for the next week and the next time we play Miami. And honestly, we take what we learned, and we take what was given to us, and we learn from it so we can get back on a horse for next week against the Pittsburgh Steelers at 1 p.m. on CBS. Be there, and I can't wait to just have a great game with the New England Patriots. And I personally think that the Steelers are going to... It is going to be a tough game for the New England Patriots to win, but I honestly think that the Steelers are going to take the run for our money. But I also know that the New England Patriots have to learn from our loss at Hard Rock Stadium and bring what we learned to next week. And we play the Steelers next week at 1 p.m. on CBS. I'm watching that game. I can't wait for that game. And honestly, I don't blame Matt Jones for any of the problems that we had this tonight, because it is week 1. We're still ironing out the bugs from the training camp, and honestly, we're still having the to learn a new offense and a new coaching staff and a new offensive coordinator. We don't even know who the offensive coordinator really is. We don't even have a defensive coordinator, in my opinion. We don't even have both defensive or offensive coordinator. I will give Matt Patricia some credit, though. When we did have a hurry-up offense to catch the Miami defense napping or offsides. But anyway, I just really feel like we don't even have an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator. I honestly think we're just going into the season, just going with the flow, and just figuring out as we go for the entire season, in my opinion. I'm looking for a Patriots W to next week against the Miami. We got destroyed by the Miami Dolphins. We got annihilated 20-7, and that was not a very good comeback. That honestly, we only had a good few drives. Honestly, I feel like the touchdown drive was the best drive we've had all game. But we also had a great. In the beginning of the game, we had a great drive brewing, but unfortunately Matt Jones just overthrew his target, and it turned out to be an interception by the Miami defense. And I won't steal credit from any Miami defense. They did play us hard, and they did play Matt Jones to a T, and they did pressure Matt Jones enough to make him off balance and maybe lose some focus a little bit. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to what the Patriots can do next week, and I'm really looking forward to what the defense and offense can handle next week. I am very proud of what we can accomplish. This is only game number 1. We have a long season ahead of us. Let's iron out the bugs now, and just focus on going against Pittsburgh next week at 1 o'clock on CBS. I'm going to watch that game, and I'm so proud to watch that game. Anyway, I'm gonna take a gamble here and bet on the Patriots, actually. I think it's going to be a very close game, and I honestly think that if we iron out the bugs in practice, And I know Bill Belichick wasn't happy with the performance all game, and I know we can do better. We're the Patriots. We know we can do better. This is not how we usually play our games and play our practices. But anyway, I'm gonna take a gamble and I'm gonna bet on the Patriots again. And I'm gonna say final score would be 21. I don't know, maybe 21 to 14 in favor of the Patriots for next week. Drop your final score predictions in the comments below, and let's see how close we get to the final score predictions for the New England Patriots game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's going to be a closer game than everyone thinks, but that's my score prediction. Drop your final score predictions in the comments below, and let's see how close we get to the final score prediction for week number 2 against the Steelers. Watch it on CBS at 1 p.m. Anyway, thank you to all my subscribers for another great week of sports. Thank you to all my subscribers, and please remember that 9/11 was 22 years ago. Always remember the fallen, and also the Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth passed away on Thursday. God rest her soul. And you'll be dearly missed. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. This is episode 80. Tell all your friends to like, comment, and subscribe for another great week of sports, or not so great week of sports because the Patriots lost horrendously today. But for another great week of sports, this is the Golden Eagle. Tell all your friends to like, comment, subscribe. This is the Golden Eagle. For another great week of sports, this is the Golden Eagle signing off.